Hello, everybody, and welcome to another update of Bitcoin. Bitcoin continuously pushing lower, and we were expecting a reversal when we were moving up over here. Unfortunately, we got rejected over here, and this could mark off a micro top that could push us further down. Looking at this move down here as a possible one, two, three, and a four up, and a fifth wave down. Yeah, so if we want to look at reversals, what reversal zones could we see over here? Possible bounce zones. We were looking at this as a possible 1-2 setup and a third coming to the upside. Now that we have invalidated the 1-2 setup and we're coming in too deep, then we only have the option to look at the move from the 10th of March low as a 1, and we're coming out in a coming down in a 2 retracement. What would that mean for Bitcoin? Where could we see a reversal? So if we pull up a Fibonacci from the bottom of that 10th of March low and go all the way to our 31K high, we would see that we have the retracement levels of possible bounces coming in at around this zone between the 0.5, sorry, we could be coming down over here. A wave 2 likes to retrace to this zone. If we just get a rectangle over here between, in my opinion, between the 26,671, the 0.382, that would be a very shallow one, and all the way to the 22K. Now that's a wide range. You'll be looking at 26,670. If you lose that, I'll just remove that. You'll be looking at the 26,670. If you lose that, you're looking at 25,318. And if you lose that, you're coming down to the 23,965. Losing that, ultimate support is 22,038 for the scenario of the move up. I'm going to mark those levels temporarily on the chart so you can visually see them. I know some people like to go back and watch the video and just see the possible targets, so we can have that, and then I'll put all of them there so you could have an idea of where to expect a possible bounce. Obviously, I'm not plotting them exactly because I'm cloning them, but more or less that region. I mean, these numbers are not always exact, I mean, to the T. And we have this down here as ultimate support. You wouldn't want to lose the 22K because you could put that in your chart and draw a circle over there, and look what happens in that circle. If you start seeing a reaction on smaller time frames, 5-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, then you know you might be getting a move. Now you could come down all the way to 22K and still get that big wave 3 to the upside if we're going to be bullish. I've said for a long time I'm expecting another low, but I updated my team on Discord yesterday. I told them that not to dismiss 25K nor to dismiss 30K as we're having the weekly candle close and we're having Fibonacci time. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Fib time, I updated my team yesterday on Discord. The guys, I told them that Fib time is incoming. We'll expect volatility, and on the daily you could see Fib time came, and so far we got a small drop. Basically Fib time are just pivot points, so yeah, we got 1%. We might have a continuation due to the weekly candle closing very bearish, engulfing one candle and two candles. Two weekly candles are engulfed by this big candle, and we might have more continuation to the downside, but I'm not dismissing upper targets. So if you are in trades, you should secure your profits. Now, looking at smaller time frames, such as the 3-hour, doesn't look so good. I looked at the 3-hour and I noticed that we have a bearish engulfing candle. You can see it engulfed all the way the candle that goes back to the 22nd of April. So that might give us some continuation to the downside. We are essentially making a smaller range. It's tradable. It's a tradable range. The bottom of the range, that's where we're at now, around 27.1. and we caught a bounce over there. So you could draw a range like that and say, okay, I will buy the bottom of the range, I'll go long and short the high of the range. And you could even bring it lower because that was just a swing failure there yesterday, 28.8. One last thing, two more things is you need to look at is volume. Move down from up here when we were at around 31K, 30,500. Volume has been increasing on the way down. And now volume is decreasing. We had this small pump here, volume went down, and volume is low, probably because of the weekend. The most important thing you should watch, well, not the most important, but an important thing you should keep an eye on is the daily RSI. The daily RSI still has a lot of juice. It has a lot of potential of going to the downside. We're still not oversold. We could come down to 30. So what do we want to see with the daily RSI? I'm going to get rid of these drawings now so I could explain what I'm looking at so you guys can be aware and know what decisions to take. Just a minute. Let's take all the drawings off. There we go. Now your RSI at the moment over here at this move up, you were forming higher highs, and in RSI you were forming lower highs. That is bearish divergence. Now you want to look for bullish divergence or hidden bullish divergence. How would that play out? You would see that price is coming down. You want price to come down and not break this low over here, 10th of March lows. And the same respect, you want the RSI to come down so fast and break this low on the RSI. You want it to come slightly below the 10th of March RSI low. You see this low over here on the RSI, you want to break that. So you'll be forming a lower low on RSI, and you'll be forming a higher low on price. That will be hidden bullish divergence, and that would give you a continuation of the trend. So you want to watch that, how the RSI continues down. You want the RSI to break lower and the price to not come below the 10th of March low. So once you start breaking this 10th of March low, which comes out at around 19,521, so far away, very close to our CME gap there at 20K. But you don't want to break now, because we invalidated this this micro 1-2 setup that we had over here, 1 and 2. We're looking at this bigger 1 and 2. We have no option but to do that at the moment. So we're looking at that. So we don't want to break this low or come and break that 22K, as I told you. Once you break 22K, you're looking at 19,520. You don't want to break that low. Yeah, so keep an eye on that. I haven't entered a long, but we are at support. It's not a bad point to enter a long. But looking at the chart on the daily, you don't look so bullish. But zooming out, you're still in a macro. How can we say it? We are in a macro downtrend, but we are sort of in a mini macro uptrend over here. So you could consider that we might have some more rotation to the upside. But whenever we see this bearish engulfing candles, we usually have continuation. Even on smaller time frames, you might see it happening much faster. Yeah, that's for Bitcoin. The dollar, on the other hand, the dollar is trying to push up and is struggling to do that a bit, but we might see some rotation when the market opens. We might have some news today that could help push the dollar up. But looking at this 4-hourly, same respect as Bitcoin, the 4-hourly is very bearish on the dollar, and it's not looking too good for the dollar. But for the rest of the market, it might be something very positive. But if the dollar, same thing with the dollar, if the dollar comes down so quick and holds a higher low over here, while the RSI sells off, then you know the dollar could rotate. But looking at this 4-hourly on the dollar, doesn't look so good. Nasdaq is trying to push up. Dow Jones pushing up. S&P futures pushing up on the 4-hourly. Something isn't right over here. The traditional markets are pushing down, but Bitcoin may have a delayed response. So you might see a pump from Bitcoin coming in soon, because the traditionals are pushing down, pushing up. The dollar is pushing down, but Bitcoin is moving in the same direction as the dollar. We might see a delayed reaction from Bitcoin. We might have a pump to the upside shortly coming, but I can't tell you how long will it last. So to the upside, you have 28K that you got rejected from yesterday. Early on today. And to the downside, you have 27.1 that you don't want to break if you're bullish. Okay, hope you liked the update. If you did, hit the likes and subscribe to the channel and join the free Discord. Link is in the channel description and in the video description. More trades, I'm out.